friends. Welcome to my live session again. And today I want to talk about transitioning humanitarians community that I have created recently. And I realized yesterday, especially in the group and also afterwards, I started getting some messages, questions about how this works, and so that there is no confusion as to how you can benefit from it and how you can use it to advance your transitioning, and most importantly, to work on whatever the goal is. Especially my vision is that this is a space where all humanitarians can work on making their next transitioning more successful than the one that they had before, right? So I'm really wanting to create space where people don't derail from their goals, or don't undersell their expertise, or don't undersell their value just because of the crisis, or just because there's so many challenges going on. And it's become so easy for us, and for me including, is to just say, oh, let me just settle here, or let me just go for the safe option, or let me just do this. Instead, how can we strategize together to make your next transitioning more successful than the previous one? And also, the other reason why that's important is because if we have been successful in the humanitarian sector, going for something less than might not be motivating and inspiring for many people. So if that's not the case, then we really want to go all in on what is it that we're really pursuing that could be better than the previous career, better than the previous life that you had as a humanitarian, right? So as you know, that my metrics of what a successful transitioning has always been making the transitioning where I do what I love while being with my loved ones, and make the money side of things work, at least at replicating UN P3 level salary. And I'm really wanting for everyone who is struggling or feeling like I don't really know what my success should look like after transitioning, and I'm not sure how I can do that, then this would be the place to come. So, as I was coaching and starting this emotional freedom marathon yesterday, and I was talking to people about what other marathons that I will be doing, I realized that people already have a lot of questions as to how the community works itself before I add some other things. So, here is the answering your questions as to how this community works. So, as you may have heard, that this is the combo of individual and group coaching as the basis, right? So as the basis, I have allocated spots for individual coaching of 30 minutes based on first come, first serve for the community members. And these are the individual calls with me where you can discuss anything that is tailored to you, anything that is stopping you from going and pursuing that outcome that you would like to. Any problem that we can solve in that individual coaching together. So then there is the group element, and the way that someone asked me yesterday how the group works. So the basis of the group is getting as many people coaching in the group setting, so that others can see also what are the topics that we are struggling with and how are we solving them, instead of just keep looking at them as this is a problem and this is a problem and I don't know what to do about them, right? But empower individuals at the group level to say, okay, here are the things that I'm struggling and here are the things that we are solving together. And we can do that by me coaching you in the group setting, as well as getting support from other peers in that group as well, so that we a bit normalize not only what we're going through together, but also normalize how we are collectively powerful human beings who can do this together to solve, right? So that's the group setting, where I'm also teaching some of the tools that might be helpful for all group members, so that you are able to apply to your own situation. Now, in addition to the group coaching, I have added, as you know, I have added some marathons, what I'm calling it. And the purpose of doing these marathons is a bit like in the real world physical running marathon, right? So we have marathons of 40 kilometers and 20 kilometers where people get ready to run them and to challenge themselves, to challenge their skills of determination, commitment, persistence, and all of those things. And I would like for us to use that concept to challenging ourselves to get out of the status quo. You probably have noticed within yourself, I'm noticing this within myself as well, where doing the same old, or like coasting in the way that is not really destructive, but at the same time not really moving us anywhere, or worst, continue surviving the whole time and not really feeling like we are getting somewhere. It's just surviving from this disaster, from this difficulty, from this hard duty station, whatever it is, right? And therefore, we're not really challenging ourselves to get out of that status quo. And my hope is that by doing this marathon together, that we will challenge people to get out of their comfort zone, get out of their status quo, or especially these marathons are great for people who are preparing themselves for transitioning out of the system. Then how do you prepare certain elements so that you can get out of it, right? So for instance, yesterday in the marathon, I was talking to someone who was telling me that I'm getting ready certain investments, and I'm getting ready also certain websites, so that when I leave, or if I leave, or if I have to leave, then I have a plan B to go to, right? So that's the thing, is that marathons are great for people who are who feel like they need to be now challenged, and they need to get all the support they need, not only support from me in terms of coaching and problem solving, but support from others in terms of, okay, how they're going through that marathon and how far they're going and how far they're able to challenge themselves, so that we can create this community of people who inspire each other, motivate each other to come out of the situation that we have been in for some time. So that's why I am doing the marathons on theme basis, right? So I started the emotional freedom marathon, where the whole purpose is to get people to be comfortable with their emotions, and not only, but learn and know how not to be a victim of their emotions, right? Because emotions are the basis for how we take actions or don't take actions. So the more we are able to recognize, oh, this is the way that I'm sabotaging myself, and this is the way I'm staying in the safe zone or in the status quo, and this is the way that I'm out of the status quo. As we start noticing this from the emotions, then we're able to do something a lot more, rather than just keep feeling like we don't know what to do and how to move forward. So the marathon is dedicated to different themes, and currently I have the emotional freedom theme. I also will be doing the financial freedom theme, where I will be getting people in the group in the marathon to challenge themselves on, okay, if I want to create 2K a month doing what I love, how could I do that? What are the ways that I could do that, right? What are the skills that I need to get better at? What are the skills I need to learn? What are the troubleshooting I need to do? And what are the money issues that I need to solve? So that's the financial freedom marathon. And then I will be doing also marathon on quantum leap, which is how can we quantum leap, or what are the formula that we can develop, or maybe we have already developed and experiencing, where we can really help each other to what is the word I'm looking for? Like catapult each other, right? So that's the other marathon we will be doing. And then there will be also marathons on personal growth or professional growth, who are not necessarily transitioning in that sense, but they would still like to keep growing in their own jobs currently, keep growing in the sector, keep getting promotions. And I will probably be adding one more marathon, where we will be doing the networking marathon, or the job application marathon, where we are challenging ourselves to make applications at the level that is according to our standard, and doing everything within our power possible, and get good at how to do that, and make it successful, right? So as you can see, that the whole purpose of this Transitioning Humanitarians community is to support humanitarians in whatever the difficulties they have, so that they start coming out of them either individually or collectively. And by the way, there will also be the groups dedicated to consultants, coaches, and other entrepreneurs, so that we can learn from each other as to how we're doing as entrepreneurs, what are the challenges, and how we're solving them. So that will also be part of this community. So the way that I have envisioned is, it will have its own platform as well. So I'm working on that. So it will be the platform, a community of humanitarians who might be pursuing different things, but they are likely to be solving the same problems. The problems of how do we network, how do we do our selling of our expertise, how do we problem solve instead of giving up, how do we get out of the status quo, how do we challenge ourselves to be the person who creates the outcomes we want to, how do we change our identity and shift our identity or add new identities, and how do we do it in a way that feels good to us now that we know what are the ways that we don't want to be doing things anymore, right? So for all of this, this will be the community. And if you would like to join, so it is for $600 for 6 months, and the community will be growing. I'm already so happy to see it growing, and I would like to grow even more. So if you have any questions about it, if you have any specific things that you would like to see in this community that will help your journey, absolutely let me know. And if you would like to join, tomorrow we're having the second round. So you are welcome to do that. Tomorrow you could already come to the individual coaching and the group coaching. And then we could also continue the marathon of emotional freedom. But there will be more marathons coming. And also we have the accountability group that I didn't really spend much time talking, but that's also something that might be helpful for many people to stay on track to getting to what they want, instead of letting their sabotages or limiting beliefs stop them from taking actions and learning by doing, rather than keep thinking about it or keep consuming and not really doing something with it. Okay, so if you want your transitioning to be successful, or if you would like your transitioning to be better than what you would like, what you had before, or you just want to get ready for transitioning, or you want to get ready to see how others are doing and you would like to do this together with them, then this is the community for you. And I can't wait to greet you inside. See you tomorrow. And until then, have a beautiful week.